Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul. Yo.
Yo, what up?
What up?
Oh shit! Let's fucking get it.
How was All In?
Oh, dude, the show's fucking awesome. That was actually like genuinely an amazing show.
W.
Ryan Danielson is not retiring yet. The
Words yet.
new AEW World Champion.
Holy shit. Alright, I'm gonna start this at like the 2-minute mark, so we got like 20 seconds.
Yeah. Starter.
Oh. Dude, I'm so sad Pat McAfee's gone up until January.
Yeah, me too. It's really tragic. I'm not even gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying. Alright, 2, 1. Hey! Let's go! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the AR Wrestling Podcast with myself and my co-host, Ryan. What's going on, Ryan?
Oh, what up, yo?
And today, we go over August 19th edition of Monday Night Raw and August 23rd edition of Friday Night SmackDown. So, as always, you know the rule, not the rules, you know the vibe. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. So, we've been kind of implementing a new segment. I kind of just went with it. We call it AR Wrestling News now, and we got some news this week. It's all over wrestling besides just what we've been, covering as just WWE. There's also some AEW in here. AEW's Saraya is going to be a free agent after September, which it would be Paige. Like, I won't say she come back as Paige, but it's Paige, according to Ringside News. I'm pretty sure I got all this from Ringside News. And but she's actively talking with Tony Khan right now, so there's a good chance that she will sign back with old TK. But before she left in 2022, Triple H told her the door is always open for a return. So I'd be happy to see Saraya, Paige, whatever you want to call her, back and the business. Honestly, add more to the women's division.
1000%. I want to see Saraya. I want to see Paige more than Saraya back in WWE because since she's gone to AEW, like she won the world title last year, and ever since then she ain't done shit.
All right, hear me out then. Saraya comes back, and who's her first opponent? Let's light it up, light it up, light it. AJ Lee.
Oh my fucking god! Imagine.
Make AJ Lee her first opponent. Run it back, Turbo.
Bro, that'd be insane.
But that's all I have for that. Then we get to John Cena's contract. He did sign the contract, but it goes past 2025. But he's more in a mentor type role after the 2025 year is over. He said even after 2025, I've already signed an extension to remain a member of the WWE family for the near, mid to long term future. Somewhere in there.
Straight up, I don't want to see John Cena go anywhere. I love hearing stuff like that. He's gonna stick around.
I hate it. I do too. It's just ass.
It's probably gonna be like some kind of, I wouldn't say like a coach in NXT, but definitely like you said, a mentor role.
Mm-hmm. Then probably not the best look for Logan Paul right now, but he's in some deep shit over a contract dispute with the Boston-based food importer Agrovana, and they're suing him for backing out of the contract and not paying for the shipment that he allegedly, bought. And he also might be involved in a cyberbullying lawsuit with Imane Khalif, the Algerian boxer who the entire internet thought was a man who had multiple failed gender tests before the Olympics. But it turns out she is a woman, just has a lot of testosterone in her system.
Yeah. Wow.
And then I think everybody's favorite, whoa, 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 Matt Cardona wants to retire in the WWE before he calls it quits. And I think honestly, with the way he kind of is, with what he's playing right now, him and Chelsea Green would be a very good pairing. I mean, obviously they're married in real life, but dude, putting those two on TV would be fucking good.
That would be a dream team, like, come to life right there. I love that shit. It's just
And
Chelsea Green is just absolutely perfect with what she does.
and then this man broke the wrestling world today by debuting at AEW's All In London. Ryan, who debuted?
It was Ricochet. He debuted during the Casino Battle or Casino Gauntlet Royal. Sorry, or Gauntlet match. I don't really know the name of it, but dude, it was unfucking real because I was watching it live and oh my god, it looked like Hangman Adam Page was gonna punch Karen Jarrett in the face because she kept getting involved in the match. And then who makes the save? But just some random ass music and Ricochet just popping off and looking like a megastar. It was. I'm excited for that shit
They
personally
fumbled
as
the
an
bag,
AEW fan.
dude. They fumbled the bag.
You fumbled
I'm
the bag.
telling you, dude, he could have been put in such a good storyline with Braun Breaker for that IT title.
Yeah, they could have. They could
Bro,
have,
Ilya
especially after the way
Dragunov's
he
in
rid him off.
fucking on main event right now. He's not even fucking wrestling on the main roster. It's kind of ass.
Why is Dragunov of all people on main event?
I don't know, man. But I mean,
Explain
look,
that to me.
well, to answer your question, we will get to our Monday Night Raw segment or match card like we always talk about every week. With starting out, we learned earlier in the day on Monday that this would be Pat McAfee's last time on WWE TV for a while because the football season is coming up. And yesterday, as of when we're recording this, he was in Dublin, Ireland with the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus, for college football game day. I didn't get up in time to watch it because I'm a dumbass. But I'm gonna find some clips from that time, and I want to watch them. See how funny they were. Good pairing.
Bro.
But he is back on Monday Night Raw when it goes to Netflix in January of 2025. So for right now, we will see Michael Cole and Wade Barrett on Monday Night Raw, and Corey Graves and their most recent announcer signing, like I forget his name.
It's like an ESPN guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the ESPN guy that signed. Fuck, I forget who it is. Now I want to.
Yeah, I forget his name.
Now I need to know. Joe Tessitore, that's what it is. Tessitore, I don't know. But he will be on SmackDown with Corey Graves. And September 13th, SmackDown moves to USA.
Big
Which I think
changes
I
are
have
happening.
something written down for you on SmackDown. I'll look at the notes when we get to there. But if not, I have something to throw at you. But let's get into Monday Night Raw. We obviously the superstars come in. CM Punk, Alba Fire, and Isla Dawn, Unholy Union, Pure Fusion Collective, Damage Control, and the Terror Twins. CM Punk is in a Cora Jade shirt, kind of they have a close relationship or whatever. I don't really know what goes on with that. Unholy Union had the Netflix ad behind them when they came in, kind of to help promote that they're moving to Netflix. And Michael Cole I didn't really watch a lot of wrestling, so whoever listens to this, don't shit on me for this. But he did mention how Rhea and Damien are the Terror Twins. So I think that is now if we have acknowledged them as a team together, there we'll see something out of them for a long run with them, especially having the match against Liv and Dominic in Berlin.
Oh yeah.
But also other matches in Berlin, Randy Orton versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yes, sir.
Which we get Randy Orton opening Monday Night Raw, and he's singing with the crowd, and he's just having a good time. He goes, "Welcome to Monday Night Raw." And he goes, and when I make that introduction again, I will be world heavyweight champion. Which is kind of like what we've talked about in the past, where if Randy wins this, Gunther has to go to SmackDown, which will help balance out the superstars on each show. But I think I definitely have something for you. Yep, I got something for you later, I think. Unless I've already talked to you about it, which I probably have. Nope, I have it at the end of Raw, but I want to move it up to once we get done talking about this. And then he starts talking about the match and everything. He starts talking about Gunther. He goes, Gunther decided to make this personal. And Orton, basically, he had no choice but to RKO Gunther after defaming, Orton's family and all that. And who else but the Ring General, the world heavyweight champion, Gunther. He comes out and he goes, Randy, the only thing I need you to do, and he gets showered with boos. And he goes, Randy, it's like, I can't. Randy's like, bro, I can't hear you. Oh, it's like, dude, this is almost Dominic level status of boos right here. This is insane.
Straight up, bro. Gunther's getting mega heat.
And I noticed Randy was starting to get a little froggy. He flipped the mic around in his hands to where the mic where you speak into is at the bottom now, to where you hit him with it, and like you're gonna hit someone with the mic. And he goes, Gunther goes, what I need you, and he gets showered with boos. He goes, what I need you to do right now is to shut up and listen to what I have to say. Every time Gunther says something, though, he gets absolutely showered with boos. And Gunther's like, I don't know why you're celebrating, Randy. And he goes, well, celebrate that because that's the last time you'll be celebrating, and the only celebrating you'll do. And Randy made last week personal by RKO and Gunther, and we get a bunch of USA, USA, USA chants. And I did notice as they're talking, Gunther turned his back on Orton again. I was getting ready for the RKO here, honestly.
All right, no kidding, bro.
But Gunther goes, I came here to tell you that you'll never RKO me again. And after I'm done in Berlin, I'm going to leave you a bloody mess. And I'm going to leave you exposed for what you are, a very successful yet underachieving one-trick pony. Which, let me talk to you. Let me throw this idea out. He kind of, you know how you call him, just call him that, right? What if we see the Punk Kick make a return at Bash in Berlin?
I actually really want that to happen, especially like if Randy eventually does go heel and go after Cody's title, like we've kind of thrown around the idea of. I really like the idea of the punt kick being Randy's like secondary finisher as he's a heel. I'm not gonna lie, just because it's so like vicious, I guess, and like has that kind of reputation.
That's true.
But I would love, honestly, for it to make a return right now as a babyface, as like a desperation move to like be like, I got nothing else in the chamber to take down Gunther. I'll just punt his ass in the head. So I'm 100% behind the idea of the punt kick making a return.
I got you. And I do want to say, he did kind of hint at like the heel turn again, like you were just saying I want to say last week or the week before, because he did tell Gunther, dude, he made a living out of killing legends, made an absolute living out of it.
Yeah.
So Randy goes, Gunther, that ride to Germany is gonna be really uncomfortable with my size 15 boot up your ass. And Gunther ends up laying out the world title, and Kaiser jumps in the ring, tries to attack Orton, but fails. And as Orton is trying to fight Gunther, Kaiser gets involved again, basically beating the shit out of Orton before Berlin.
Right?
So, I mean, this is what I have to say, but I do want to know your thoughts on this whole thing before I get into this. Thoughts? What do you think about this? What do you think is going to happen with these two at Berlin?
I think Gunther's walking out with the win.
Okay.
I do think he's keeping this title. I don't think it's going to be as long of a title reign as I've kind of said that I want it to be, or as maybe not as long as a lot of people are thinking. I think a lot of us are thinking like a year plus title reign. I don't think it's going to be that long, honestly. But I think it might be a couple months.
I don't think who do you think is going to take it off of him?
Berlin, though. That's a really, really, really good question. I have actually just. I'm trying to think, really, who could you have take it off of him right now? Randy's not a bad bet.
Damien.
Yeah, you could have.
Damien's rematch clause. Now he doesn't have anyone to come or to take over him. He actually just only has Rhea to be by his side during the match.
Right, right.
But this is the hot take I have for Bastion Berlin. So Ludwig Kaiser gets involved in Bastion Berlin, and having Randy on SmackDown, Giovanni runs in to help Randy because of the Gunther and Kaiser attack, or Kaiser attacking Gunther, and Gunther basically turning his back like it never happened. But with Gunther and Giovanni having history, Gunther kind of gets distracted, but he still in the end picks up the win.
I think Giovanni Vinci should 1000% try to go after Gunther's world title reign after he eventually actually makes his debut as this new model dude. I don't
Okay.
know about him getting involved in the Bash in Berlin match though.
Okay.
That's just a personal take of mine. I definitely want to see Giovanni Vinci eventually go after Gunther though.
I want to see him go after Kaiser first.
Oh yeah, that should definitely 100% happen at some point. Maybe Kaiser should take the world title off him. Maybe it does be a really long title reign, and then Kaiser eventually turns on him in the end of it.
That's not a bad idea.
Just an
So
idea to throw out there.
after that, we move it to a promo from last Monday about Kaiser and Sheamus talking, and then Pete Dunne coming in and attacking Sheamus with a shillelagh, which moves us into our backstage segment with Sheamus and Jackie Redmond. And she asked, Sheamus, what's the mindset going into this match? And his hand's wrapped up, and Sheamus is talking and everything. Then he brings up, he starts talking about Pete. He goes, Pete, don't call me Butch Dunn, which I thought was kind of funny. He keeps bringing that up as weeks go on, and every time he's getting interviewed. But if Pete Dunne wants a fight, Sheamus is ready for a fight. So we get to see a replay of what happened before. Once we come back, we get to see a replay of what happened with Sheamus backstage with Jackie, which after that we learned about the main event for the night, which is Randy Orton versus Ludwig Kaiser. Which I thought the main event was going to be something else. I forgot what it was. I think it was probably going to be I think it was Dominic and Damien is what I thought the main event was.
Yeah, that would have made more sense.
Because as I was writing the notes before that. But we move into Sheamus versus Pete Dunne. And as Pat McAfee always goes with Sheamus coming out for the last time for a long time, it's fight night, baby!
Yeah.
And basically, all throughout the match, Sheamus uses his power until Pete Dunne starts going after his hand. And Sheamus is able to hit a nasty backbreaker. But after that, Dunne goes after the hand again, basically, and lays into some of the stiffest shots for a while. Or stiffest shots in a while. And Sheamus is kind of, talking to Pete as he's getting hit. And he goes, are you Butch or are you a bitch? I was like, dude, when he dropped this, I was like, no way.
Boom.
I was like, okay, this is going to be an interesting feud. And after going at it for a little while, Sheamus hits 20, not 10, 20 beats of the Badgerin. And as Dunne tries to trap Sheamus' hand in the turnbuckle, Sheamus is able to rip it out, and Sheamus bro kicks Dunne for the dub. And honestly, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I think Sheamus and Pete Dunne need to be involved in a more I don't know. I think it should be higher up, but I guess it's almost a filler, to be honest.
I like it.
I don't know. That's just me.
I like it. It kind of adds on to that kind of theme that we've been talking about recently, where they've been filling up the shows with a lot of really good, just personal beef feuds. Not necessarily all of them have to be a title feud.
Yeah.
Just a lot of them are just like this one is Sheamus turned his back on the Brawling Brutes. Apparently, gave
Where's Butch?
or Pete Dunne the nickname
Where's
Butch.
Ridge?
Yeah, right. Where's
Ridge?
Ridge? He's, I think, NXT Tag Team Champion right now. To be fair.
So, I thought Axiom and whatever his name were tag champs. Who knows?
But then I'm kind of a fan of this feud. Not gonna lie.
I'm too.
I want to see
I'm a
them
little
eventually
confused
get
by that,
involved in the IC title
but I get
feud,
it now. Yeah.
especially Sheamus.
Dude, honestly, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Kind of just
Bro.
Dude, honestly, put this match in like a quarterfinals for the tournament that we learn
Honestly,
about later
yeah,
on in the night.
straight up. That's not a bad call. Not a bad call at
Um,
all.
and then in the next couple of segments I'm gonna get into, I thought this was gonna happen before we got the news this week. But I'll get to that when we get there. We move into Kofi, Odyssey, and Xavier backstage. And Kofi's checking on Xavier, and Xavier's like, bro, I just wish you would have talked to me about Odyssey. Because I'm starting to think you're trying to replace Big E. And Kofi's like, no. Like, no. Dude, that's not what's happening. No one's getting replaced. We're a family, and honestly, we're the greatest tag team of all time. And we want, like, you know how we wanted someone to take us under their wing? Well, I think we're just trying to I want to take Odyssey under our wing so he can get to our level. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. I don't want to replace him with no one. But honestly, as the weeks go on, this could be a potential. Maybe Odyssey turns on them.
Maybe. I don't know, man. I don't want to see the New Day break up, but they've kind of hooked me at the point where it's
No,
like,
I'm talking about Odyssey turning on Xavier and Kofi. Like, okay, now I don't need you guys anymore.
I
I'm done with
don't know
you
about
guys.
that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. There's a lot of heels right now, to be fair.
Yeah, Monday Night Raw is filled with the heels, dude. It's
Yeah.
insane.
So kind of want a big, kind of want a big beefy baby face. Not gonna lie.
I got you. But
But
after
I
this,
think
no,
he
go
could
ahead,
fly,
go
honestly.
ahead, go
No,
ahead.
no, sorry.
Okay,
But I really am kind of like invested in this feud, low key at this point. I want to see what they do with Xavier.
I got you. But after this, we get into a Braun Breaker promo video, and he's basically talking. He goes, "I'm going to be the biggest star ever." That's not arrogance. That's just how it is.
Bro, that is not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And honestly, it's just kind of a hype video mainly. Yeah, like and so but throughout it I did notice it's showing him riding Ricochet off TV, which I thought we saw a potential Ricochet return with this whole tournament thing we learned about later on. But as the days went on, we learned Ricochet signed with AEW and he debuted at All In today in London.
Mhm. Yes, he did.
Excuse me. Um, But after this, we do move into Ivy and Maxine Dupree. A video promo last week from
Dupree. Yeah.
Ivy attacking Maxine and putting her in the scorpion hold or whatever the hell it was. It looked stupid scary. Um, which moves us into Ivy curling a dumbbell, an American Made walking in, and Chad starts being arrogant. He goes, he's talking his shit, and Ivy kind of talks about, she goes, I don't know why Maxine was trying to play. I'm the real deal. I'm the pit bull. I was like, okay, talk your shit, queen. And Chad brings up Maxine again. He goes he's talking about. He goes, and after you break Malibu Barbie, American Made is going to focus on the Wyatt Six. And dude,
Malibu Barbie.
I thought this was the cringiest shit ever. Look, I love my country. I love America. This is cringy
Sure.
as fuck.
Yeah.
They go, how are we made? American made. Okay.
All right. That's yeah. All right.
Okay.
Not sure how I feel about that one.
But this moves us into Ivy and Al versus Maxine Dupree. And I had a before the match hot take. Y6 come out and Nikki attacks Ivy, which we might get to in a little bit. But Maxine starts attacking Ivy and Al before the bell, dude, and she just goes ham. And Ivy and Al starts being able to get her kicks in before the bell, before the lights go out. Smoke starts filling up the ring, and Ivy and Al's in the middle of the ring, man. She doesn't know what's going on, and the piano starts playing. Nikki Cross slides in the ring. And then as soon as that happened, like American Made's already ringside. They slide in the ring. They come up, and the Wyatt Six come out, and they come up from behind. They're all unmasked except for Nikki, dude. And dude, USA and Hulu just can't keep up with it because literally there's like instant every week. It's you fucked up, and then they hit it like 3 or 4 more times, and then they bleep it. And as time goes on, Chad Gable ends up in the ring alone with the Wyatt Six, and as he's in the ring with them, Uncle Howdy comes in, Sister Abigail's Gable, setting us up for next week's match with Gable, and then I have to move out with the logo as always, and the Nikki Cross jump scare. We finally get to see Uncle Howdy's first match next week, dude. I'm excited.
It's really. How do you feel about it being on TV?
Yes.
Wyatt Six has like strictly been a TV act.
Well, do you know who Bo Dallas's last opponent was before he left? Shorty G.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Oh my god.
Comes full
Oh my
circle.
god. I love this Wyatt Six storyline so ungodly much. It's so fucking good.
Everything ties back to something else. It is
Oh,
amazing.
it's so good. Oh my god, I take back what I said. Never mind. Do it on TV. It's completely fine. It's so good.
But after this, we move into CM Punk walking backstage with what looks to appear to be a strap for a strap match, which you had texted me earlier in the week about, or earlier, but actually before this Monday Night Raw about, and we have talked about it. And I wasn't too, what do you call it? I was a big fan of the idea, but I was like, yeah, I don't know. So
yeah,
I'm kind of excited to see what you think for Bash in Berlin after the CM Punk and Drew McIntyre promo. But first, we get to the Terror Twins promo video. In the last 2 weeks, the Terror Twins stood their ground. At Bash in Berlin, there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. And basically, Rhea starts talking, and she goes, Liv, all that you've done is a thing you hate. A discount Rhea Ripley. I thought that was kind of a bar right there. I'm not gonna lie.
Shots fired! Pow, 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 pow.
But Tiffany Stratton was asked. She goes, a match with Rhea Ripley? That's totes adorbs. Basically, she wants the match.
Yes,
And
please. Oh my fucking god.
after the Fan Fest in New York, or Fanatics Fest, or whatever it was, Rhea Ripley had a bunch of bracelets thrown to her, but one of them was a Yeet bracelet on her wrist, and she posted it on her IG story, and she went, I think she wrote like Yeet or something with it, and Jay Uso reply or like put the story on his story, and he put she know ... with the blue heart, and he added Rhea, and she took a picture of the Netflix poster, and at the Fanatics Fest, and she wrote Yeet right above Jey Uso's head. Mobby. Let Jay holla. Come on. Let Jay holla. Oh, man. But I'm so excited for this because this means Dominic's going to get involved, and he's going to be a whole deal with him and Liv now. And he's going to choose between Liv and Rhea. But he's already lost to Rhea, so it's going to be really confusing.
Bro,
But Rhea
what
ain't
if
making
Jay
chicken
joins
nuggets,
up
though.
with... He does get all the chicken nuggets he wants, though. That's fair.
That's what I'm saying.
But what if Jay joins up with Damien and Rhea now, and we get the Terror Triplets?
Yeet.
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 Because I think you can hold off on the bloodline stuff a little bit if you're going to add Jay to it, right?
Hey, everything has to do with the island of relevancy.
Island of relevancy, true.
That's why we haven't seen Paul Heyman back yet.
Why we haven't seen Paul Heyman back yet?
I think that's why we haven't seen Paul Heyman, yeah.
Maybe.
Because he mentioned something, I don't know where I saw it. I saw it on Instagram. He's like, basically what he said, long story short, was he's not coming back until it's necessary for him to come back. Roman has to do all of this on his own now before Paul comes back, before the Usos come back, before potentially Honoré Sammy comes back. All this has to do with the island of relevancy. So,
Roman's
I think that's what we see.
Himself.
But we get a CM Punk promo, and he has the strap for the strap match. But first, he wants to congratulate the Florida Panthers for winning the Stanley Cup. And he goes, I got exciting news. But before we get to the news, can I tell you a story? He goes, this weekend, I spent some time at Fanatics Fest, and a fan asked Punk about the WWE's hot streak and his hot streak. He goes, dude, it's easy. It's you. It's you animals all up in the 300 level. It's all you freaks here, live and in living color, which I think was a nice little shout out to his theme song is Band Live in Color for his song, Cult of Personality. But he gets to talking. He goes, "There was a girl who wheeled up to me, and I learned that she beat cancer," which makes him think of his friends who are fighting cancer. And he met a lady from Taiwan who just wanted to pick with CM Punk. And there's a guy who traveled 5,000 miles. And you want to know why? He goes, "Well, you want to know why it means something? It's because I haven't been here in 10 years. You're still shouting my name." And he pulls out a handful of bracelets. And he goes, "Dude," when he dropped this line, I thought it was kind of funny. He goes, "Basically, I'm the Taylor Swift of men." I was like,
This was fucking
"Motherfucker."
hilarious. I was like, oh my god, he's kind of right.
Yeah, I hate to say that. He's kind of right, though, yeah. And he brings up Drew jumping in with Chicago. He goes, "What's the flip side of the coin?" Drew McIntyre. Drew thinks he's getting away scot-free from SummerSlam, but he made it personal. And Punk knows that Drew's wanting to be connected to him still in some sort of way because of the bracelet. And he goes, "The news that Punk has to share is he's challenging Drew to a strap match in Berlin. I want a strap match." He goes, "I want a strap match so I can whip this bitch and take my bracelet back." I just want to say the two biggest championships right now aren't even fucking championships. They fucking necklace and a fucking bracelet.
You're so fucking right. It's not even funny. Oh my god.
I hate this shit. I hate it. But it is so good at the same time. But everyone's favorite Scotsman, Drew McIntyre, is at the top of the ramp. He goes, "I've been thinking about all week what I'm going to do to you." Drew's been having fantasies about what he's going to be doing to Punk. And he asked Punk, dude, when he hit this, I was like, this made it more personal. He goes, "Punk, I got to ask, bro, are you really drinking?"
Oh my
Kind of a dig at Punk's sobriety. He goes, "You kidding me? A strap match? Shh, I accept." And Punk's like, or no, Drew's like, "I can't wait a whole week. I need a receipt from last week." And Drew wants to Punk to drop the strap so he can fight. And Punk's like, "All right, dude, I'll do it, but you gotta give me the bracelet." And Drew's like, he starts taking it off. He goes, "Nah, dude, you're a liar. You're a hypocrite." And Drew, he's talking on the mic. He gets out of the ring, and he goes, "If I get in that ring, you're gonna whip me like a dog." And Punk goes, "Yeah, you're right."
You're right.
And right before this
I
promo
love
was
that.
over, made it a little bit more personal. He goes, "Larry and your beautiful wife, AJ, are much safer and happier at home with Drew McIntyre." This was hard.
I am so fucking excited for this. The only thing that I don't like is WWE strap matches. They kind of the whole concept of like red light, green light type shit, where you have to go to every corner and hit and turn on the light. I don't like that. I would rather it be like a normal match where it's like an AEW strap match where it's a pinfall or submission, just you're attached to your opponent by a strap.
I'd prefer that, to be honest.
Prefer the pin or the lights?
The pin.
Yeah, I would prefer that, honestly. It's kind of like it's just like another like layer of WWE like weirdness. Like in a cage match, the goal of winning a cage match is to run away from the fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically.
But I can get over that because the fact that these two are going to be whipping the absolute shit out of each other in Berlin is going to be amazing. I think it's going to be like match of the night.
I would say that or that or Randy versus Gunther, to be honest. I want Randy versus Gunther to be the main event. Fuck Cody Rhodes.
It's
Like, this is the one time I'm
I
saying
think it
fuck
will
Cody
be.
Rhodes. This needs to be Gunther in the main event.
I think it will be. Gunther will, I hope, main event this. He should
Which
at least.
moves
Even though he's not
into a Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio promo video. And they're talking, and they go, "If you two think you stand a chance against us at Bash in Berlin, you are delusional. At Bash in Berlin, it'll be us on top, just how we like it." And Dom challenges Damien
Oh
to
my
a match later
God.
in the night. And he goes, "I'll keep Liv and the Judgment Day in the back, but you got to keep Rhea in the back." Which was happening up until, when we get to that. And so we move into the New Day and Odyssey Jones versus the Final Testament 6-man tag match. And basically, as the match goes on, Kofi is immediately tags himself in when Woods and Cross are getting ready to start, and Kofi starts getting destroyed until he goes to tag out and ends up tagging in Odyssey Jones instead of tagging in Woods. And right here, dude, Xavier Woods is like, bro, what the fuck? And
Yeah, right.
basically, Jones wrecks shit and ends the match with the Journeys. And
Yeah, this whole New Day storyline, bro. I'm loving it. Looky, it's got like the serious undertones of it all, of like bringing up Big E loosely in the beginning of the show and all that. But I
yeah,
can't take it so seriously when they're dressed as Ninja Turtles, bro.
dude, I know it was to promote the WWE Ninja Turtle
I
collab.
seriously can't though. Like, man, like I feel like I'm being I feel like no one likes me anymore. Like I feel like I'm being kicked out of the group. We've been here for 10 years, and they're just dressed as Ninja Turtles. It's the
So
funniest thing ever.
like Xavier's
That's
so
why the New
good at
Day
what he
rocks.
does.
Honestly,
Yeah,
that's why the
honestly,
New
New
Day
Day
rocks.
rocks. New Day rocks. New
New
Day
Day
rocks.
rocks.
New
New
Day
Day
rocks.
rocks.
Um, but after this match, um we move into Rhea and Damian talking backstage. Rhea's like they're just talking about the match and everything, and there's shit going on with Liv and Dom, and that's basically it. But we move it after that. I think we come back from commercial with the Alpha and Hawaii tribute video. RIP Alpha. He literally just lost Sika like 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, or something like that. Right before Alpha. Unfortunate.
Rip Alpha.
Rip Alpha for real.
He's a legend.
Honestly, or a pioneer in the tag team wrestling. So after that, we move into a no DQ match with Big Bronson Reed and The Miz. The Miz.
This,
Point out.
bro. Oh my god. Everything about this. I love
Um,
it. It was so funny.
but before the match, Pierce is trying to convince Miz to not have the match. Is like, he goes, Miz, I'll cancel the match, but are you sure? Miz is like, no, I don't know if I want the match, but I'm gonna fight Reed in Truth's honor. And Miz, he's trying to go after Reed, but grabs a ton of weapons only for Reed to basically kill him with all of them. And Miz tried fighting back with a kendo stick, but Reed just doesn't absolutely give a shit and gives him a Death Valley driver through a table. And as soon as this happens, Reed hits the Tsunami for the win. And after the match, Reed goes back up for a Tsunami, but Braun! And I'm not gonna lie to you, dude.
Bro,
That's one big son of a bitch.
that is one big son of a bitch.
Um, but they basically have a stare down, and Bronson Reed's like, "Yeah, I want you. You're the one I've been looking for.
Oh, oh
Yeah,
my
you're my
god.
opponent
You
now."
know what this is? You know what this is? This is a big meaty man. Smacking man
Smack a
meat.
man meat.
Oh my
But
god, let's go. I'm so excited for this. This is the dream match of all dream matches, bro. Fuck Rock versus Roman. Fuck like Austin versus Punk. Fuck like Flair versus like Sting. Like this is it, man. Big meaty men smacking
smack a
man
man
meat.
meat.
This is what I need in my life right here.
It's wild,
I just want to see them run into each other for 3 hours on Raw. I'm not even gonna lie.
dude.
I
They
just
would
want to see
destroy the
him.
ring.
I just want to see him run the ropes and collide in the middle of the
Bam.
ring for 3 hours straight, or just like slam each other around. Like that's all I want.
What's more? Hey, what's more? What would you say is more devastating, the Strowman Express or Reed running the or Bronson? No, Braun Breaker running the ring.
Probably Braun, to be honest with you. Even though
Which
Strowman is
one?
one big son of a bitch. Oh my god, you're right. Breaker. You're so right. I forgot about that. But
So
Braun Breaker for sure, bro. That spear is just he breaks you in half. He kills people with that. I think that is a lethal weapon outside of a WWE arena.
honestly, um, yeah. Then we get to Sheamus walking in with Jackie Redmond, and they have their interview. But as soon as this is going on, Kaiser walks in, and he hypes himself up for his main event match against Randy Orton.
The Viper.
And after this, we see Dominic Mysterio walking backstage, getting like the good looks from everybody from the Judgment Day, and gets a hug and a kiss from Liv. And then we move into a backstage segment after we get back from commercial, and it's Braun Breaker with Kathy Kelly, where we learn about the Intercontinental title tournament for the number one contenders. And he goes, "There's a tournament for the next number one contenders for the IC title. It's not my fault I'm a badass. It's not my fault I'm this good. Like, shit, dude. My fault."
Damn straight. He's already run out of competition. They got to make a tournament for him.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. They should put Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman in this tournament.
They might still. Have they announced the
Big
bracket
meaty
for it
men
yet?
smacking man meat. Yeah, the bracket starts Monday or tomorrow.
They should be in it.
This moves us into our
Reed should 100% be in it. Sorry.
No, you're good. But yeah, this moves us into what was supposed to be a match. Didn't happen. This is the second time it's happened on this night. But it's Dominic Mysterio versus Damian Priest, and the Judgment Day attempt to attack Damian before the match, but fail. And Rhea ends up getting behind Dominic, and the Terror Twins have Dominic cornered. And as Rhea goes and rips the announce table apart, Liv Morgan is able to hit Rhea with a chair, which now is the numbers game. And we start hearing a bunch of yay, 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 yay chants. And the Judgment Day is holding Damian down as they watch Rhea get destroyed by Liv Morgan ringside. And as this happens, Ben and Liv hit their finishes on the Terror Twins, and Dom hits that frog splash onto Damian to end the segment out. And I think we know now who's going to win at Bash in Berlin. The Terror Twins.
Really? You think so?
I want them to win. I'm not going to lie to you.
I want them to win too, but I don't think they're going to.
I think it's going to be interference with Judgment Day.
I think Dom and Liv are going to win. And then that's going to let it all
There's a want
on.
and a prediction. My prediction, Dom and Liv.
Yeah, there's a want and there's a prediction. My prediction is Dom and Liv. My want is the Terror Twins. I want Rhea to riptide Dominic through the fucking ring.
I agree. I want it through the table.
Both.
We got a commercial. We cut back. Judgment Day celebrating backstage, and McDonough's like, Damian was and isn't World Heavyweight Champion because of the Judgment Day. And Liv starts talking, and she goes, "I want to make Rhea my bitch at Bash in Berlin." I'm excited for that. Excited for that match. We were like I said, just talking about. We got wants and we got predictions. So
my want and my prediction are the same thing for this match, though, and that it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun.
As we get to our second to last match of the night, it is the Triple Threat Women's Tag Team Championship match, and I really thought Unholy Union was going to drop it here. I'm not going to lie to you.
Me too.
We would see Damage Control take on, like I said, Pure Fusion Collective versus the Unholy Union. And as the match starts, Damage Control takes the upper hand before a commercial, and Io hits double knees into a corner onto everyone. And as the match goes further in, Shayna and Zoe start going ham after Io and Kairi take out the Unholy Union, and Kairi, Sane, and Shayna Baszler start going at it, kind of, renewing their NXT rivalry. And as Dawn tags herself in, an Unholy Union were able to steal the win, while Shayna and has Kairi in the Karakuda clutch.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't really do it justice in the notes there, but it was like kind of crazy finish.
The match was like a nutty finish. I liked it.
Yeah, it was nuts as fuck. It was like Shayna had Kairi in the Karafuda, and then like I think it was Dawn that did like a 450 or swanton or some shit off the top rope to steal the win or something like that. It was pretty nuts.
I definitely agree. And then we see after this match, we see Kaiser and Orton getting ready for the main event, and we move into a backstage segment with Jackie Redmond and Jay Uso. He goes, Sammy needs to take some time out of the 2 out of 3 falls match, and Jey Uso put his name in the tournament for the IC title. You know, he hits the yeet, and he comes back with Jackie. He goes yeet as she says it. And before we get to our main event, we get a big thank you to Pat McAfee, and apparently it's Michael Cole's birthday. Looked it up, not true. Michael Cole's birthday is December 8th, but it's basically a promo video of McAfee and Michael Cole on their time on commentary together all throughout their time since McAfee's been in the business.
Hell yeah.
We will see you soon, Pat.
We love Pat.
Which moves us into our main event of the night. Randy Orton versus Ludwig Kaiser. And we get started as a match, and Orton overpowers Kaiser easily to start. And as Randy is about to dump Kaiser on the announce table, Gunther shows up to distract him so Kaiser can get Randy onto the announce table. And Kaiser drop kicks Randy's bad knee into the ring steps after going at it hard. And Orton was able to stop him when Kaiser tries for a second time and dumps him onto the announce table. And Randy hits the classics before Kaiser counters the first RKO, only to immediately eat a second one for the W. Randy Orton beating Ludwig Kaiser. And as Gunther was out there, he came up, and him and Orton started brawling after the match, moving us into like they did with Gunther and Damian. They went to commercial, went to the next show. It was bullshit.
Bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit, bro. I want to see him go at it. I want to see him go at it fully.
So
that's what the match is going to be, though.
Definitely all I got for Raw.
Exactly, I hear you, but that's going to be like, I'm excited as fuck for Randy versus Gunther, honestly.
Me too.
You got, who you got walking out of that?
Randy versus Gunther?
Mm-hmm.
Want Randy, prediction Gunther.
Yeah, Gunther all the way, baby. Come on. Darling General. This reign should go on for a little bit. I think at least until like WrestleMania. Gunther. But with that being said, this does move us into Friday Night SmackDown, which opens up with a promo video from the Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa segment of last year, where our OTC got laid out. He got put through the table. He got fucking wrecked by Fatu and the rest of the Bloodline. And speaking of the Bloodline, we get them walking backstage, and we get them walking into the arena, and we know that we got a WWE Tag Team Championship match tonight. Bloodline versus Street Profits. More on that later, obviously, when we get to it. But the show officially opens with the Grayson Waller effect, and Grayson opens it up going, my guest loves to make things all about himself, and it is the WWE Undisputed Champion, Cody Rhodes, who walks out, and Grayson Waller literally just stops Cody's entrance like halfway through it or some shit. It's like, bro, biggest blue balls of all time. Cody's entrance is fire as fuck.
Whoa!
Whoa! And so we get and I'm pretty sure this is Grayson Waller. Washington, D.C., what do you want to talk about? And even on my show, you still make everything about yourself. These idiots don't know the real you. And how many times have your quote-unquote friends gotten beat up because of you, Cody? And he looks at me and goes, bro, are you done? And you talk about me being a bad friend. And KO, let's talk about Kevin Owens, that is. He has been fighting the Bloodline. He has not stopped fighting, bro. He's the prize fighter. It's what he does. He just goes at it. He goes on to say that he wouldn't be champ if it weren't for Kevin Owens. And is this relationship, it is fact, straight up. And is this relationship friendship, or are you just using Austin Theory? He's saying this to Grayson Waller, and this is like, he's calling him out. Like, you're saying I'm a bad friend, bro. You're a bad friend. You've been fucking pulling Waller in the way constantly. He's getting whacked. He's getting fucked up constantly. He's like, I don't even think y'all are real friends.
That's fact.
Straight. And pretty sure he goes, hey, Magic Mike, you hear what I'm saying? This man is, he says this to
Austin Theory.
Yeah, he's talking about Theory. This man is using you, and the rest of us are just waiting for you to do something about it. This is my tag partner, this is Waller again, sorry. This is my tag partner, my WrestleMania 40 partner. We won the tag titles there. Bro, let's see what Kevin Owens is really made of. And this is when they show a promo video of all the times Kevin Owens has turned on people. It shows Sami Zayn, pretty sure it shows John Cena, sorry. Chris
Yeah,
Jericho,
Sami Zayn.
surprisingly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Something else for that too. What if
Chris
Jericho comes back?
Jericho. Showed Kofi Kingston. And then it showed Sami Zayn again. And so that doesn't look like a good friend to me, they say, only for the prize fighter himself, Kevin Owens, to walk out there, and he's got to stand up for himself, right? He goes, all right, I can't stand back there any longer. Look, Cody, I think you can admit every single one of those guys kind of had it coming, except for Kofi Kingston. I apologize. And to that, bro, I low-key lost my mind. I'm like, bro, I thought you and Sammy were cool. Why is he catching shade right now? But yeah, Kofi didn't have it coming, bro. Poor Kofi.
He goes, my bad.
My bad, bro. Kevin then reassures him
My
that
fault.
he isn't my fault, bro. He did say that, bro. Kofi, I'm sorry again for that. My bad. Oh my god. But Kevin reassures Cody that he isn't going to turn on him. And he goes, let's skip over the fighting, and Nick needs to make a match. And this is when the GM walks out. And he goes that tonight in the main event, it is Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes versus A-Town Down Under. Which is when Kevin asked for permission to punch Waller in theory in the face. And Kevin's like, or I'm pretty sure he's like, just make it quick. And this is when they all get into a big old fight. And
Dude,
they
this
get
was so
A-Town Down
funny.
Under gets thrown out.
This was so funny for the fact that he like Kevin's begging him, and Alda's like, dude, just hurry up. Like he didn't even care. He was like, yeah, go ahead, just hurry up.
Bro, he's like a tired dad.
Honestly,
He's like, Jesus Christ, you fucking children. Sorry, just getting a drink. But now we do cut backstage to our United States champion, the megastar, L.A. Knight. Yeah.
yeah.
Walk into the ring for his United States Championship match against Santos Escobar himself. And before this match even kicks off, bro, Angel and Umberto are attacking Knight and is completely fucking off. They throw him into the ringside steps, just completely lay him out, and throw him into the ring. But this gets all of LDF, including Elektra Lopez, barred from ringside for the start of the match, or for the entirety of the match, actually. And so when it eventually kicks off, for real, Santos takes Knight out before the commercial with like double knees in the corner and like a vicious backbreaker, like dropping him onto his knees. Back from commercial, though, the megastar is able to take control after bouncing that dummy's head off the announcer's table. Yeah.
Yeah.
Santos, though, off of the barricade, hits a Meteora, laying him out on the table. Santos stays on top until Knight fires back with a massive clothesline, followed by the stomps and side effect. Then he hits like this cool new, well, he hits like the big elbow or whatever all the time, but this time he hits it from like the top rope, and that is followed by
Mega
the
elbow.
BFT, the mega elbow. Yeah. That is followed by the BFT for the 1-2-3. LA Knight with the win. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got a question for you. Who do you think Knight's next like real challenger should be?
Andrade and Carmelo Hayes.
And Carmelo Hayes. I completely agree with you. I think that would be a completely bonkers combination of dudes to go at it in a match.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of those two, we do move into Carmelo Hayes like cutting a promo on Andrade in a barber shop or some shit. Or no, I'm getting ahead of myself. Sorry. We get a promo video from Andrade and Mello all going over the stuff that happened last week. Then we get Mello in a barber shop talking about Andrade, and he's like, bro, what you mad for? Because you lost? And just talking shit basically until Andrade storms in and security completely keeps them separated before they're able to go at it. There's just a lot of bad blood between these two. And
Oh, God.
Andrade goes, "What you did after that match, you disrespected me, bro." And hey, basically he says something in Spanish, and I'm pretty sure he just challenged him to another match. And
Yeah.
so that should be happening like next week or in the next couple weeks. I love to see that shit.
Whatever. I would too.
And
That's what I'm saying. Like, that is the number one contenders match for the United States Championship. I don't know.
yeah, I think it should definitely happen. But a triple threat between these guys would be fucking insane, I think. But now we move backstage to LDF arguing when Santos walks in. He's pissed, really. And then Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews walk in, and they're all talking shit. And Santos basically wants the beef settled next week. Like, once it's settled. So I assume that we're going to be getting Legado del Fantasma versus Crews and Corbin next week at some point, which is when we move on to our next match, though. I'm pretty excited for that shit, though. It should be a good match. We move on to Unholy Union and Blair Davenport. I think this is just like the whole new Unholy Union versus the big three: Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi. And, Jade's just basically a fucking badass entirely. And Dawn and Bianca mix it up at the beginning until Bianca takes them out with a dive, and then all of Unholy Union take turns beating the fuck out of Bianca. And then Belair fights out of a Black Widow from Alba Fire, and then Jade Cargill gets the hot tag and just destroys Unholy Union. But and hurts Belair, or sorry, just destroys Unholy Union and hurts Blair and hurls Blair around like nothing. Numbers game eventually gets the better of Jade until Naomi gets tagged in. Afterwards, Bianca takes out Dawn and Fire with a huge dive. Naomi gets the win with a split-legged moonsault. Basic shit. Not a whole lot. And Alex ain't here, by the way, so it's just me right now. And then move into a Bloodline segment,
In this match.
and Solo Sikoa is all like, "Your tribal chief has a lot to talk about tonight, and item number 1, your OTC is done. Item number 2, Solo has next for the WWE Championship, basically." And he's like, he's like, "I'm bringing back that title." Basically, that's all he's saying. And item number 3, there's something wrong with the tag titles, and Jacob Fatu needs to step up, and he needs to hand over his title. Obviously, like Jacob Fatu, he's not happy about this shit, though. You can see it on his face. So he takes the title off of him. As a matter of fact, give it to Tangaloa. He says he's not going to take that shit. And you can't be a tag champ if you're going to be my personal enforcer. It's also the fact that he got a bum foot right now. But then he hugs him, and Fatu does that, like, it's just hilarious as fuck when he's like, "I love you, Solo. I love you," into the shoulder. And
I love
I
you,
find
Solo.
Fatu
I
hilarious as
love
fuck.
you.
Hey, what up? He's like, "Yo, I love you. I love you, Solo." But then we get Street Profits backstage, I'm pretty sure, some shit. And BFAB goes,
No, 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 no,
y'all
no.
can
They
talk
came
about
out.
how
They had came out.
family
They came
matters
out.
later.
They came out. They came out and
Street
started
Profits
talking
came out.
their smack because this leads us right into the tag title match.
Yep.
Because the tag title match isn't the main event. Remember that?
Yeah, facts. Hold on, give me a minute.
So yeah,
And they come out
yeah,
and they're like, "Y'all can talk about your family matters later," and kind of like Kendrick Lamar shout out question mark and shit.
yeah. Because
And
isn't one of Kendrick's
you
songs
can't
"Family
talk
Matters"?
about it is, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like they had some little drops in here. I think the next one Montez says or something like that. I found pretty interesting as well.
Definitely could be. 1,000%. Then you can't talk about Bloodline version like 8675309, and then that's Stacy's mom's number. Y'all
Eight
know.
six
You
seven
know.
5 3 0 9.
And then
I know, Jimmy.
basically they're sad for them that it's demotion season because they're going to be known as former tag champs because we want the smoke.
Yeah, I love how Street Profits do that because we want the smoke.
We want the smoke.
And like they go They let it know they want the smoke. Okay, Angelo,
Oh,
we
yeah.
get it. You want the smoke.
Straight up. So then we go backstage. Back to the megastar LA Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he goes, I gotta tell you, let me talk to you. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
a bi-coastal champion. I originated just up the road from Washington, D.C. This is where he originated. This is where he was born and raised. And then
Yeah.
he moved to L.A. over the past 20 years. So he is, from coast to coast, the United States champion, to which he issues an open challenge for this title in Germany. And you got a couple notes written down here with Jacob Fatu written down? Question mark.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna talk to you. Jacob just got stripped of that tag title. Why not put him in the match?
Because I like LA Knight as U.S. champ still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's when I
I
also
don't think it's
also
a
throw in
bad
the
shout
idea
to
of
have
Mello and
him.
Andrade.
I like the idea of Mello. I like the idea of like Mello and Andrade kind of both coming out at the same time during his open challenge and kind of trying to fight
That's
it
what I'm
out
saying.
there. Yeah. Cooking there.
Like they're
I like
fighting
that
over LA
idea.
Knights to sit out there. He's like, you know what? Why don't you two brain dead idiots get up in here and start fighting me too? And then that's when they make triple threat.
Fatu should 1000% be like someone who answers that open challenge at some point, though. If this becomes like a regular thing for Knight to do.
Yeah.
And I love that shit. Yeah. And now we move on to the WWE Tag Team Championship match. The Street Profits versus the Bloodline. It's Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga, not Jacob Fatu, unfortunately. Match starts
Nope.
off though with Montez getting distracted by Tonga on the apron, letting God take control for a bit until Dawkins hits all the spine busters in the fucking world, and Montez follows it up with a huge splash early on to Tonga. It was literally like from the heavens frog splash. They're almost his finisher basically. Dawkins on the outside later on pounces Tama into Tonga on just fucking trucks one human into another human. Shouldn't be able to do that shit
No.
before Montez flips over the ring post, taking God out. Bro, both of these Street Profits, bro, they are just unreal. But then Solo gets on the apron. He starts distracting the ref, and Jacob Fatu murks both of the Street Profits. Pretty sure he hits them both with like super kicks and like a Samoan drop or some shit. Which is when Tama hits his flatliner finisher on Dawkins for the win. And after the match, the Bloodline start to beat up Angelo and the Street Profits, to beat them both up until DIY come to make the save. But, you know, they suck, basically, because they get murked by everybody. And Fatu just is an absolute savage for real.
I'd be genuinely scared to be Fatu's kids.
Yeah, right? Bro is unhinged, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. Bro got put in prison for armed robbery. That's why he's so dangerous.
Oh my god. What in the hell?
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but yeah, I
God
think
damn.
he should 1000% be, if anything, next US champion. Because now you
Yeah.
got that idea running in my head. I like that idea, not gonna lie. But now we move to Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens backstage, which they're talking about beating up Grayson Waller in theory later. To which Kevin Owens then asks Cody Rhodes, like, bro, you know that video and shit, like, all those people, they had it coming, except for Kofi, obviously. We all know that. We all love Kofi. And you still trust me, right? To which Cody responds with, bro, all I can do is take you at your word. And then he kind of just walks away, getting ready for the tag team match that's about to happen. And I don't know. I might have been seeing things. You might be able to tell me, but I kind of think Kevin Owens might have been like smirking a little bit after he said that, or
This
he
is
kind of had a
where
look on his face
SmackDown
a little
tweaked
bit.
out for me and Hulu stopped working.
You didn't see any of this?
Nope.
Oh yeah. So he kind of had a face on him, and yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of sus of KO right now. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
Now we move to Byron Saxton backstage outside of the medical room, to which BFAB walks out of, and he asks BFAB, like, yo, what's up with the Profits of DIY? Are they dead? Are they alive? What's up? And then Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell all of a sudden rush through, and they're like asking about DIY, obviously asking about Johnny Gargano. Candice LeRae is,
And
and they rush
Tommaso.
in there. Yeah. And then BFAB, she basically goes, bro, they're fine, to Candice before they rush into the medical room. Then she looks at Byron and she goes, bro, listen, the boys, DIY, the Profits, they're completely fine. Right now, they're just really pissed off. So, if anything, I'm kind of looking at the numbers right now and I'm seeing 4 people on each side. So I'm thinking 8-man tag, all of the bloodline versus DIY and Profits.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's
I
what
like
I'm
that.
kind of seeing right now, I'm not going to lie.
I like that.
And now we
I
move
like that.
to just a promo video from Michin because she has a championship match with Nia Jax next week in Berlin.
Let's go, Michin.
Let's go, Michin. And now we go backstage to the princess of Friday Night SmackDown, Tiffany Stratton. It's
It's
Tiffy
Tiffy
time
time.
and a Pretty Deadly. Yes, boys!
Good boy.
Backstage, and they are trying to fix Queen Nia's crown. And as they're trying to do this, like putting super glue and shit on it, everyone freezes when the queen walks in and Tiffany looks at her and she basically says that what Michin did last week was disgusting. She cannot be forgiven for that shit. And Nia says, bro, I am not in the mood for it today. She is going to get payback on Michin for touching her crown and for even like thinking she can step up to Nia Jax and take her title. Because next week in Berlin, she's going to give her the beating of a lifetime.
Oh yeah.
And Tiffany goes, like, is there anything else I can do for you, my queen? And Nia goes, yeah, you can finish fixing my crown. To which Pretty Deadly and her just carry the crown and shit out on a pillow out off screen. I kind of love this group. I'm not gonna lie.
I want to see her. I need to see the proper version of Pretty Deadly, the musical. Yes, boy.
Musical, yes, boy. Oh, I'm so glad. I want to see that shit too.
Me too.
But another thing I want to see is Chelsea Green kind of maybe go after Nia Jax's title, which I'm thinking might happen here. To which Nia Jax kind
It's
of
possible.
walks away from here, and she overhears Chelsea Green and Piper Niven around the corner, completely shit talking Tiffany Stratton, and Chelsea goes that Tacky Time, as she calls her, sucks for letting Michin attack Nia, and is basically just using Nia to eventually get the championship with her briefcase after the street fight next week. Which, yeah, the match with Michin next week is apparently a street fight, which we've kind of learned here. I didn't know that.
It's a dub.
But then Nia turns the corner to confront Chelsea and Piper, who basically run away as soon as Nia just like tells them, like, bro, y'all need to shut the fuck up and like recognize who the fuck I am.
That's what I'm saying, because she's Queen Nia.
Damn straight. She is Queen
I
Nia.
still hate that fat bitch. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Nah, dude, what she did at SummerSlam to Bailey was insane. She
That was
fucking murdered.
insane. We still haven't seen Bailey since.
Bro, are you taking
Swear to
2
God,
annihilators
that
and
match was
getting
the
right
hype.
back up
That match
after
was
that?
Bailey.
I didn't think so.
Well, no. But you know what I might do after getting taken out by 2 annihilators?
What?
Come back with the Bailey buddies.
The Bailey buddies are dead, Ryan. They're
I'm
dead.
not giving up. Don't tell me that they're dead.
They're dead.
I refuse to give up. No, they need to come
I do
back
too, but they're
before.
dead.
They need to. I need the Bailey buddies. Have to have it.
We all do.
But regardless of that, we do got a main event match between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens versus
Cody.
A Town Down
Cody
Under.
Rhodes. Cody.
Cody
Cody Rhodes. Cody.
Rhodes.
Cody
Cody
Rhodes. Cody.
Rhodes.
Cody
Cody
Rhodes.
Rhodes. Love that. They were
Nah,
doing that
France
all during
outdid
All
every
In for
crowd
weeks also. I
imaginable.
fucking love that shit. It's such good. I love that. Love this match. This is a pretty fun match, not gonna lie. Cody and KO just start cooking in the beginning. Huge drop kick from Theory though gives them the upper hand until KO, after a commercial break, hits a huge frog splash and tags in Cody Rhodes, who runs wild after hitting a power slam and disaster kick until he's dropped by a flatliner. Sorry, I put Candy here instead of Cody. Cody tries tagging out afterwards, but KO is completely distracted by Waller. Earlier on in the match, though, I forgot to put down. KO tried to tag out, but like Cody was completely distracted too. So there was kind of like a back and forth here where like, did they mean to like leave their partner hanging? Are they like really like on each other's side or some shit? I don't know. Can they coexist?
That was a big
But
question that I saw: is can Cody and um, Kevin coexist?
can they do it?
That's a
But I
question that
think
I
they
have as
can
well.
for a little bit at least.
Me too.
Because KO runs absolutely wild outside of the ring after getting a hot tag. He hits two sentons on these. He literally runs like the KO Express, I'm pretty sure is what we can call it. It's the Strowman Express, but it's KO doing it. It's funny as hell because he's like half the size. But then he hits the Swanton bombs and throws Theory back into the ring, who eats a crossroads and a Swanton. Kicks out of it, though. Waller, though, back in there. He's legal now. Counters a stunner with a roll up. KO ends the match, though, not with a stunner, with the pop up power bomb, which I'm thinking is kind of like his not heel finisher. He's definitely used it as a babyface, but he's kind of using it more now as this feud has started. I've noticed a little
Agreed.
bit. And then
Mm-hmm.
after the match, they're starting to celebrate. They chase A-Town Down Under out of the ring, and KO is behind Cody with his back to him, and he's holding the title belt. It looks like he's about to clock him with it. To which he starts marching towards Cody, like speed walking, marching, almost running at him. Looks like he's gonna whack him when all of a sudden, at the last second, when Cody turns to face Kevin, he just shoves it into his chest and keeps walking. It's like, ooh. And Cody's clearly shook after this. Like he's looking at KO, questioning everything about that. And I'm starting to wonder: is KO really gonna stay babyface all the way through this? What you think?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think he is. I think it's gonna be time for the prize fighter to come out, like really come out. But as you were watching, or you had SmackDown going, and I was grabbing my dinner. Um, I was thinking that what if Cody wins in Berlin? KO turns on Cody after the match, but as
Hmm?
Randy comes out to save KO, he RKO's Kevin. But as him and Cody are holding up the title belt together, he RKO's Cody as well.
Yes,
Let me talk to you.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of came up with an idea. This could all like culminate in a Cody Rhodes heel turn eventually down the ride line. Sorry, if you really think about it, because like if his mentor turns on him, if one of his best friends, Kevin Owens, turns on him all over the WWE Championship, he can start like justifiably having some trust issues, honestly. And then like why not start being a dick about it? Dye the hair black, go full like heel with the shit. Be like, no one trusts me and shit like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want Cody Rhodes to turn heel after all this shit. Because I feel like this could be like just
But
a
here's the
justifiable way
thing:
to do it.
you can't. One big thing you probably can't have KO turn on Cody being it would kind of almost deep push Randy's heel turn. I mean, his return already got pushed down. Why would you do that to his heel?
True.
You know what I'm saying?
At the same time, I think you can wait for the Randy heel turn, Randy feud until next year. Honestly, after Mania is when I would do it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, I would
that's
have
interesting.
this KO feud. I would have KO go. Would have this KO feud go until Bad Blood, honestly, and that's where I would
Right.
end it all. And then afterwards, you can have Cody do whatever filler feud. Maybe he gets involved in the Bloodline storyline for War Games. Maybe he gets involved in just whatever like mini title program until WrestleMania. Well, not WrestleMania until the Royal Rumble, where I've got my men's winner completely picked out on who I want to win the men's Rumble this year, and it's definitely The Rock.
Bro, what?
It's definitely The Rock.
Are you fucking sick? Ryan, have
I'm
you started drinking?
1000% serious. I want him to come out at number 30, and I want him to lay out the field and to win, and I want him to challenge Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed title in the main event of Mania 41. Yep. Because I don't think anyone else needs it this year. I don't think anyone needs to win the Rumble to challenge for Gunther's title. I think that can be the Elimination Chamber title. Why not? That can be the
It's
title
always
that
been the
somebody wins
Elimination Chamber title.
for the year that it's been. Yeah, but I think justify. I can't think of anyone else this year who could need a Rumble win.
Rollins, Priest, shit, Strowman, Reed, dude, you have so many names. Breaker, Zayn, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton,
champion.
John fucking Cena.
John Cena's a good pick. I can't lie to you. John Cena's a good pick. I would want to see John Cena versus Gunther. Could you imagine that?
Gunther, the Ring General Gunther.
But yeah, The Rock. That's my pick for men's
I don't have a pick just yet.
2025 Royal Rumble. Early on, that's my pick for
I
it
have
that I'm saying
two.
for now. Mine's Rhea Ripley for the women's.
I have two.
I want to hear yours.
It's weird here. Tiffany Stratton for women's. It's just for women's. Or Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, Rhea Ripley. I definitely want Rhea to win it this year. Not gonna lie. Have her be the first woman to win 2 Rumbles, and then have her go on to Mania maybe to face Liv again if Liv is still champion.
That's what I'm saying.
Or oh my gosh, bro, I forgot to run this. I forgot to run this by you earlier when I was going through SmackDown. Nia, bro, I think I've kind of already put together who needs to end Nia's title reign too, low key.
Oh.
It's not Tiffy. Not Tiffy. It's Jade Cargo. Oh. I want that match.
That's not a bad idea.
I want that match more than I want Air. Because we got a tease of it in the Queen of the Ring tournament, and I low key am thinking that was seeds planted for like Jade to go after Nia again in the future when she eventually breaks into her singles run.
I like that.
I
like that.
I like the idea of that. But I ain't got too much else I ain't got anything else really for SmackDown. How about you, homie?
I don't either. I don't got anything else for SmackDown or Raw or anything this week. Honestly, next week we get Bash in Berlin. We will have all that up for you guys at some point.
Oh yeah, we'll have predictions. We'll have reactions all up and ready. And thank you all for listening. Make sure you follow. Make sure you follow our socials. Instagram AR_wrestling_. Twitter is AR wrestling_. YouTube is AR Wrestling 1020 into your search engine. Podbean, put AR Wrestling Podcast into your search engine. And again, thank you all for listening, and we will catch you all on the next one. Thank you.